Hi, I'm Chef Raphael, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Chef Raphael. Today's episode is about chicken. I'll show you how to make roast marinated chicken. It's nice and juicy and wow, yummy. And I'm also showing you how to make a quick salad. Tune in and let's get started. So for the ingredients for the dish, we have the whole chicken, which will be marinating with our marinade that is already pre-made. I have a separate video of how to make the marinade, which you can check out on my channel. But for the salad, let me start with the salad and then we'll put it aside. We have mixed peppers, we have tomatoes and cucumber, some sliced onions, salt and pepper, and juice from half a lemon, and we'll mix it with some oil to make the dressing. I'll start with the onions. All I did was slice them. They look nicer for me that way. We add the peppers, the tomatoes, and cucumber. Now when it comes to the ingredients that you add in a salad, just make sure that you get the right mix. Not too much of anything. Nothing should be more than the other. And then to this, I already had squeezed half juice from half a lemon. I've added salt and pepper, and then mix. And then to this is what now I'll add some oil. I'm now using corn oil. Now when it comes to the oil, you can, like now I'm using corn oil, you can also use vegetable oil. Especially now for vegetable oil, the most important thing you need to note is that use it when you know that you're going to use the salad immediately. You can also use olive oil, and when you're using olive oil is maybe especially if you want that olive oil flavor. And this, actually the dressing that now I've made, I'll actually add it when now the food is ready. I'll not mix it at the beginning of like now. I'll actually add it at the end, because when you add it too soon, what will happen to the salad is that will actually start like wilting and shrinking and look like it's actually cooked. Now for the chicken now, there's so many ways. You can either cut it into small pieces, but right now I choose to actually cut it from the back. Usually there's a small bone at the center here. Just break it like that. So this is how I want my chicken to look like when it's cooking. And by the way, this method of cutting it like this is called spatchcock, whereby you cut it from the from the back. And then to this is now what I'll add my marinade. Just make sure you shake it. The marinade has oil, soy sauce, garlic, rosemary, or even you can use thyme. Now all I need to do is make sure that the chicken fully coated by the marinade. And all I'm doing right now, making sure that every part of the chicken is covered. And that's the other thing about cutting it like this. You can actually be able to get the marinade into the chicken like this. Adding chili flakes. This is optional. Now I'll do it on both sides. You can also use fresh chilies if that's what you like, or that's what you have. To this chicken of mine is add some chunks of onion. We'll actually cook and caramelize in the chicken, and will also act as a part of the meal. At this stage, I'm actually going to leave it like this. What I'll also be serving this with is some roast potatoes. Put them in a marinade as well, and then put them in the oven and then cook together, and or separately in a separate baking tin. I've set my oven at 220 degrees, which is high. You want it high heat first so that it starts browning. And then midway, when you feel the chicken has already browned nicely, you can reduce the heat to 180, especially if the chicken will not be fully cooked. This will take about 45 minutes, but at minute 30 or thereabout, you can take a small knife when it's browned and pierce And when you see blood coming from the chicken, that time you should know that it's still, if you see any red, you know that the chicken is not fully cooked. Just let it cook until it's fully dried. Let's put it in the oven now. So the chicken is done. It actually looks very delicious. It's nice and moist. It's not yet dried up. And as you can see, it's nicely browned. And also what I did, I turned it to brown on the other side, on the bottom side, and then turned it back up to fully brown on the top. I've prepared my salad. I've just mixed the dressing right now, just when the chicken is ready, and that's when you need to do it. You don't do it earlier because the leaves, they'll still be crunchy when you eat it with the fresh dressing. And I'm serving it with some roast potatoes. I'm sure this is something when you try at home you will love, and I would like your feedback about it. So that's today's episode of Cooking with Chef Raphael. I'm your host, Chef Raphael, and until next time, goodbye.